Get ready for breaking news. We start today with insider trading activity involving Proficient Auto Logistics, Inc. Chief Executive Officer Richard D. Odell. Odell recently reported significant stock transactions, selling thousands of shares in open market trades and covering tax withholding obligations tied to restricted stock units. We dive into exactly what these sales mean for the future of Proficient Auto Logistics and what this signals for investors right now. Applications. These filings focus on cutting-edge areas like autonomous delivery infrastructure, continuous UAV logistics operations, and modular structural battery aircraft architectures. Find out how dynamic Aerospace Systems is positioning itself to revolutionize the future of drone and autonomous logistics. And finally, a massive global deal is shaking up the freight world. MBS Logistics is set to be acquired by AD Ports Group. This strategic move brings MBS Logistics' extensive air, sea, and road freight forwarding operations across Central Europe, Asia-Pacific, and the U.S. into the Notum Logistics platform. We explore the vision of Georg Rohel and Jochen Theus on how this acquisition will strengthen global trade connectivity. Stay with us to see how this merger reshapes the logistics landscape. Proficient Auto Logistics, Inc. has disclosed insider trading activity involving its chief executive officer, Richard D. Odell, in a recent Form 4 filing. The transactions involved the sale of common stock on two separate dates in May 2026. On May 15, 2026, Mr. Odell sold 33,743 shares of common stock through open market trades, realizing a weighted average price of $5.08 per share. Subsequently, on May 18, 2026, he executed another sale of 27,191 shares, priced at a weighted average of $5.03 per share, specifically to satisfy tax withholding obligations related to the vesting of restricted stock units. Following these sales, Richard D. Odell's direct holdings of Proficient Auto Logistics common stock stand at 936,908 shares. The Defense Logistics Agency is honoring its legacy by recognizing former members who made unique and enduring contributions to the agency's mission. The 2026 Defense Logistics Agency Hall of Fame ceremony highlighted key figures whose work was instrumental in shaping the DLA into the nation's logistic combat support agency. Inductees include Mr. Anthony D'Ambrosio, former Deputy Director of the Construction and Equipment Supply Chain in DLA Troop Support. Also recognized are Ms. Lillian Gardner, former Director of the Contracting Services Office in DLA Acquisition, Ms. Sherry Lowe, former Supervisory Customer Support Specialist with DLA Disposition Services, and Mr. Lee Oppenheim, former Deputy Director of the Quality Technical Directorate in DLA Energy. The ceremony also honored retired Marine Corps LT Gen Wallace Robinson Jr., former Director of the Defense Supply Agency, now known as DLA. These individuals' service has fundamentally shaped the trajectory of the Defense Logistics Agency. Dynamic Aerospace Systems, a U.S.-based developer specializing in advanced autonomous UAV platforms, logistics networks, and next-generation drone technologies, has significantly bolstered its intellectual property portfolio. The company announced the filing of 3 new provisional patent applications aimed at expanding its technological reach in the autonomous sector. These filings specifically target three key areas: autonomous delivery infrastructure, continuous UAV logistics operations, and modular structural battery aircraft architectures. This strategic move underscores Dynamic Aerospace Systems' commitment to innovation in developing robust and scalable drone solutions for the future logistics landscape. German freight forwarder and logistics provider MBS Logistics has announced a binding agreement to be acquired by AD Ports Group, marking a significant strategic move in the global logistics sector. MBS, headquartered in Cologne, offers comprehensive services including air, sea, road, and rail freight forwarding, contract logistics, project cargo, customs and compliance, and time-critical multimodal solutions. The company generated revenues of €205 million in 2025, maintaining core freight forwarding operations in Central Europe with an established network spanning East Asia and Southeast Asia. MBS serves diverse industries such as aerospace, automotive, e-commerce, engineering, technology, FMCG, and healthcare. The acquisition encompasses MBS Logistics, freight forwarding and logistics operations across Germany, Switzerland, the Asia-Pacific, and the U.S., excluding joint ventures. MBS operates a global footprint with 26 offices worldwide and a team of over 450 professionals. Upon completion, MBS Logistics will integrate into Notum Logistics, AD Ports Group's globally integrated platform, bolstering the group's logistics cluster across Europe and Asia. This acquisition aligns with AD Ports Group's strategy of combining organic growth with targeted acquisitions to enhance its footprint. Jörg Rohel, the group chief executive and shareholder of MBS Logistics, will remain as the group chief executive, taking a key leadership role in the combined entity and overseeing the integration. Rohel will also join the senior leadership team of Notum Logistics to contribute to its strategic development. Jochen Theus, chief executive of the logistics cluster at AD Ports Group, emphasized the strategic rationale, stating that integrating MBS Logistics provides immediate access to key Central European and global logistics corridors. He noted that linking MBS's expertise to the wider network will help capture greater volumes, drive more competitive rates, and enhance reliability for clients, ultimately enabling the combined entity to compete more effectively for major global accounts. Rohel expressed enthusiasm for the transition, highlighting that joining AD Ports Group and Notum Logistics will leverage their global reach and infrastructure to expand service offerings and unlock new opportunities. The transaction is subject to customary regulatory approvals and closing conditions, and is anticipated to be finalized in the second half of 2026.